The other film I want to talk about is Tyson. It's a documentary about...
But he's the best sportsman in the world.
I'm getting there. About Mike Tyson that came out a couple of weeks ago. But now, Let the Right Woman In, best film I've seen this year. Tyson, if this isn't the worst film I see in the next 12 months... God, I've seen something rubbish, because I actually saw this film back in, when was it, November? At the London Film Festival. I was doing the London Film Festival, I had a press pass, so I was literally trying to jump between as many screenings as I could, seeing about 7 films a day. I mean, I disappeared from this house
we never saw you.
2 weeks, and this was the end of a long day. I went to the premiere of Tyson with the director James Toback, whose work I'm not familiar with, but... the strength of this, I'm not going to get familiar with.
Has he done anything else you might have heard
He's done quite a lot of fiction films, so I've not really
He didn't do Factory Accidents.
He didn't do Factory Accidents. And so I went to the premiere of it, and I sat down, and this film starts, this documentary about Mike Tyson, and it's Mike Tyson talking to the camera for an hour and a half. You know, interspersed with a bit of video and a bit of photos and things like that.
You could have had someone with a worse voice, couldn't you?
It's Mike Tyson. And I was like, literally, is this going to be it? Is this going to be it? Is this Mike Tyson talking to us for an hour? I don't care about Mike Tyson in the slightest. I thought maybe you could make a film about Mike Tyson, about the hype that surrounds Mike Tyson, but no, I don't care anything about what Mike Tyson has to say. I'm really, really bored, and I fell asleep. And I woke up about half an hour later, and I was still going on, Mike Tyson, I'm the best person. I thought, oh God, this is awful. This is going to be really embarrassing, because there's a Q&A afterwards, and everyone's going to trash it, because this is terrible. And then the film finished, and everyone around me stood up and started applauding. I went, God, it's so honest. It's brutally honest. Just such a beautiful, intimate portrayal of a man. And I thought, no, I'm not having this. He's a misogynist twat that's only famous for punching people and biting their ears off. That's not interesting in the slightest. And then James Toback gets up and he has the front to tell everyone what a great film he's made. How Mike Tyson's such an interesting film. I've got a quote from him that I literally had to kind of sit on my hand to stop myself standing up, saying, Mike Tyson is the most interesting character of the 20th century. Most interesting character of the 20th century. Do you know what an exercise I've done?
Yeah.
I gave myself a minute to write down people from the 20th century I think are more interesting than Mike Tyson. Stanley Kubrick, Malcolm McDowell, Ingmar Bergman, Martin Scorsese, Robert De Niro, F. Scott Fitzgerald, Dylan Thomas, Philip Larkin, Jacques Lacan, Sigmund Freud, Jacques Derrida, Albert Einstein, Stephen Hawking, myself, Dan, Moxie, Cheese, Mike Cutting, Tony Smart, Amy Smart, Anne Frank, Anthony Burgess, Anthony Hopkins, Anthony and the Joplins, all members of Queen, all members of Beatles, all the Libertines, all members of McFly, Bob Dylan, Bob Hoskins, my dad's mate Eric, Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, and Steven Seagal. That's a minute. Give me 5, and I'll tell you how many more interesting people there are.
I think it'll give you a while.
Go away, James Toback. Go away, Mike Tyson, and go away every single person that stood up in that theatre and applauded the bloody thing.